so here we go with the men's 200 fly. Phelps has been the standard for so many years now, the world record holder. And there he is getting ready now at the age of 31. He'll be tomorrow. He's the oldest in the field by 6 years. He can become the oldest male trials champion in U.S. swimming history, surpassing Gary Hall, the previous oldest, at age 29. So, you rack up all the medals and you talk about all the statistics and numbers. Now they're including that longevity department as well for Phelps, as he's just been incredible as he looks for his 5th Olympic berth. And there he is in lane 4, coming in as the #1 qualifier.
Very easy in the semis. Over a second and a half ahead of everybody else. Almost a second and a half ahead of everybody else from the semis. He will be challenged here, though.
It's been a much different lead up to these games than it was 4 years ago. If you ask Phelps and his coach Bob Bowman said neither one of us had any fun in London. As a young teenager, no one had more fun than Phelps did, and he's back to that happy swimmer that he was as a 15-year-old, and it is shown in the pool as he comes in really the best shape we've ever seen him in as a 31-year-old tomorrow, Rowdy.
Well, I think as this race shapes up, you're going to see a couple of things happen. First of all, Tom Shields, right above Michael Phelps, has that easy early speed. He'll be a challenger in the 100 butterfly. And then Jack Conger, way up there in lane #1. I think he could be a factor, Dan. He is coming off the pace, definitely. He's way up there on top of your screen. Looks like he's completely out of it now, but he'll close very well if he can just keep it close at the 150.
Conger swam the double last night. That's why he's up there in lane 1. If you're wondering how wasn't all that impressive, but last year the 2nd fastest American. But it's Phelps who has taken it out, and you've got Chase Kalish down there in lane 6, 2 below Michael, who has the lead in lane 4. He won the 400 IM, and Kalish would love to join his, what he calls his big brother Phelps, in Rio in this event. But it's Phelps who's got about a body length lead now over Shields, who we expected the early speed from.
Boy, he went out fast. Last summer when he went 152.9, the fastest time in the world last year, he was 53.4. He was 53 flat on that first 100. So he's still looking very good, though. And great show. He crunched that turn right there.
But I'll tell you what, Rowdy, Shields looks like he's in great position. I mean, he's right up there on Phelps. Again, he's better in the 100, but Shields is just above Phelps, looking for his own trip to Rio.
Wow. I don't know, Dan. Phelps is starting to come back on Shields a little bit, but Shields is tightening up as well. Phelps is going to win it.
Phelps is going to win it. He's going to get his 5th Olympic berth, and it's Shields trying to hang on to 2nd, and he's going to get it done. That's a surprise. But Phelps has the record. First man to make 5 U.S. Olympic swimming teams. And Shields, there he is, holding up 5. And Shields is a first-time Olympian. So you got a guy who's going to go to his 5th. And 24-year-old Tom Shields, who's going to go to his 1st. He's better in the 100, Rowdy, even though in the early part of his career, the 200 was what he was best at.
There is no doubt Tom Shields is going to be a huge challenge to Michael when we get to that 100. I don't think Michael's going to be happy with that time. Again, you look at that beautiful stroke he has. He juts that chin right along the surface of the water. I don't think he's rested completely here at these trials. I think he's pointing toward Rio. He knows exactly what he needs to do as he comes into this 100 turn. He nailed his first 2 turns, the 50 and the 100. The 3rd turn was where he really came up short on it. Watch his 3rd turn here. He just takes that extra stroke. In fact, he was telling me about that the other night. He said, I don't want to take that extra half stroke if I don't have to. If I have to, I'm going to. He did that on that turn. He starts to tighten up just a little bit, but still looking pretty good. He's not going to be happy with the time, but hey, 5 Olympic teams.
5th trials, but this is the only race he's been in the final each and every time. The one that started it all, and it's the one that punches yet another trip to the Olympics for the greatest Olympian of all time. the 22-time Olympic medalist, 18-time Olympic gold medalist, who's set to add to that total in Brazil. There are the final results. Phelps and Tom Shields. Jack Conger just out of it, and Chase Kalish was 5th, and Mama is going to Rio.
Number 1, Panther number 2.